What I'm going to do is just read a short list of the 12 houses and the 12 signs and through the houses so you understand what they mean. And then I'm going to suggest 2 books you can get if you're learning astrology to have a look. It's really useful to know what you're dealing with. So you've got the signs from Aries through to Pisces. And then the other thing you have is you've got the rulers of the houses and the meanings. So I'm just going to go through a short list here, which I'm reading from, which I know enough not to, but I just want to do it in order. So what we have is that we have Aries, which is the first house, and we've got Mars is the ruler. And this is about becoming, it's about moment to moment basis movement and how the soul consciously acts upon its desires. So Mars is really our desire, and it's where what we go for. And it's almost like not a choice. It's just something deep inside us. Like, for instance, I love astrology. So I just, I'm just drawn to that. I've got no choice in my wanting to do that. And that's our Mars connection. It's to do with our desire. In the second house, we have Taurus, and we have the ruler is Venus. And here we have, it's where we internalize and we make something our own, and how the soul values and loves its life. So it's about values and about our needs as well. Gemini is the third house, and what we have is the ruler is Mercury. So, and here we mentally organize, and it's how the soul hears, processes, integrates, and communicates information. And in the fourth house, we have Cancer, and the fourth house is ruler is the moon. And here it's about nurture and how the soul adopts to change on a moment-to-moment basis. So it's to do with our ego as well. It's to do with our security and to do with our roots and our family and such like. Leo is the fifth house, and Leo is ruled by the sun. And here it's about how we self-actualize and how our soul is creatively actualizes, and it's our unique purpose. And what's worth knowing with the chart is that the whole chart fully integrated, we have all of these signs in our own natal charts. So there is no separation in astrology, and it's basically about integration. Particularly with evolutionary astrology, we integrate the whole thing. And mainly, we're looking at the soul in evolutionary astrology, and the soul, it's the soul's growth. Virgo is the sixth house, and the ruler again is Mercury. And here is how we discriminate and how the soul develops self-accuracy and attention for detail. Libra is the seventh house, and the ruler is Venus. And here it's about listening and how the soul finds balance between all extremes. So it's about learning balance and initiating relationships with others. Scorpio is the eighth house, and we have the ruler being Pluto. And here it's about how we evolve and how the soul will either resist or cooperate with the evolutionary and the evolutionary necessity. Sagittarius is the ninth house, and the ruler is Jupiter. And here is how we access our intuition and how the soul will develop according to its cosmology of its own life and in life. 10th house is Capricorn, and here we have the ruler is Saturn, and it's how we build and how the soul applies itself with karmic parameters of its life. And then the 11th house, I might be a bit too fast for you here, but going for it anyway. Here we have Aquarius in the 11th house, and the ruler is Uranus, and to liberate how the soul liberates from past conditioning and innovates new ways of being as well. And then finally, Pisces is the 12th house, and the ruler is Neptune. And here is about surrender and how the soul forms a relationship with the source of creation. So now what I'm going to show you, if you are into astrology and you understand aspects, I'm going to show you 2 books that are worth getting. This one is called Planets in Transit by Robert Hand. So on a chart, you'll see that, if you know your chart or don't know a chart, you can basically get a chart at www.astro.com. And then what you'll see in a chart are all the aspects, and you'll be able to understand what aspects are by getting this book. And for instance, if you say you've got, for instance, I've got one which is moon square Pluto, you'll be able to go to this book and see what that means. And also we've got one for planets in aspect, but this is for natal placements. So 2 really great books to have and not that expensive. You can get them on Amazon. Okay, so there you go. 1, 2. That's it for today. A short video, but a little bit of information. Thanks for watching.